This place looks like a temple itself. I think it is though, is it? No? There's no... I mean, there is kind of a background shape. Like the wall, the bricks in the background sort of make some kind of shape, but not the kind of shapes I've been finding in temples. This is not one. What are we doing? So far we have 100% of workings, 100% of deep delve, 100% of Budevi, and it's basically just scrapyard left, which has a fair chunk to do, especially in terms of mysteries. But a lot of those are now going to go super fast because I know the trick. In fact, there's one there, plain sight, which I could get to quite quickly. However, there's a door in this very room I'm in, so let's probably try and find that first. In fact, I know where that door is. And I always assumed I would get to it some other way. Oh, this is actually an annoying way to come into this place, isn't it? Is it? It's interesting that I can't look down from here. This is where it was first teaching me this stuff. I don't think this is too annoying, actually. It probably was more involved when I was trying to get the gems, but since I'm not, I'm pretty sure I can just, like... how do I do this bit? Wait, did I do something silly? No. How does this bit work? Do I need to push boxes? Well, that's no good. Don't mean to undo that far, but whatever. Let's dig underneath and push this one this way. And then... Sure. No. Well, actually, I don't mind anymore. I just need one left, don't I? And then we're good. Cool. Cool. Was there an easier way to do that? I'm not sure. Possibly. I mean, I probably should think about if there's been any doors where I've already come. In fact, like I could dig through a lot of this stuff. This is weird. Never thought about this. Ooh. Wait, where exactly am I? Don't know for sure. It looks like I can only go down here, right? I don't see... I can't go up that way, no. But I can work my way down here. Is there a door somewhere hidden in this stuff? Maybe here? Yes, okay, cool. I did not know about this one. Presumably... Oh, that is the only one left. Ah, yes, okay, so that other door does come back from this room. That's good, because there was I know there's that other door in the bottom left of the scrapyard, as in the room called the scrapyard. But I didn't know how to get to it. But it's the exit from this room, it seems. So what was this room called? Going nowhere. Nowhere is 2 words. Wait, is this a temple? It's a temple! And it's like middle left? Ta-da! Is that all it is? Is that this entire room? That's the entire room. Cool. I wonder if there's more taps I haven't got yet. Finally that door's explained, that's nice. So next, I guess we might as well go do plain sight. It's easy enough to get to. So through this door, through the bottom door, through the top floor. Somewhere along here, right? Yeah, this one. And then above me. Neat. And then from here it's at the top. Do I have to... Oh, I have to solve the puzzles together. Puzzles I've already solved, I think. Do I? Or can I just... Yeah, I think I do. I need to climb up to here and then a bunch of the puzzles. Although maybe some of the puzzles didn't actually require solving because there were gems along the way, so... So yeah, I'm curious about this bit because I was confused about the laser that's in the space below me, like why that's necessary. But it looks like I can just come through here without shooting that anywhere. Yeah, I still don't understand why that laser was there. Oh. So I really do have to solve this again. I think. Yeah, I can't see a route up. Okay, so it's 3 stair, 2 stair, 1 stair, right? I think I vaguely remember how it worked. This one first. Maybe? Oh yeah, push you off, that makes sense. Let's not crumble you. Push you, yeah, sure, that's fine. Push you off. But that one at the bottom's in the way. Ah, okay. Push that one along once first, then do the rest of them. It'll turn out there's a much easier way of doing this, isn't there? Like, I don't have to solve all these puzzles to get to the top. Pretty sure I do. It wouldn't surprise me if I just missed something. You go that way. Do-do. I think the next room up doesn't... Oh, is more of a gem puzzle rather than a getting higher puzzle. That may or may not be true. Definitely wish I'd understood the temples earlier. Is this enough? This is enough. So let's push you to the left and climb. Cool. And then this bit. No, yeah, this is not a gem puzzle. This is... Oh, I have to climb. But I remember using this. So I only brought... Okay, we'll go back there. I only brought one box over to the left. I should not have broken that. I feel like I didn't use the top section at all. Is that true? And I just brought another one. Maybe I didn't use the bottom section. That seems more likely. Yeah, just push this across. It would have been interesting if the boxes made the crumbly stuff crumble. Maybe. Because it's weird that me walking across a crumbly scaffold makes it break, but a box being pushed across it doesn't. Okay, we're back. With knowledge. Oh! This was meant to teach me. That's what the lights are about. It didn't teach me. Curious. I see. So that's why that one had lights. It's a nice spot. Interesting. Yeah, okay. I guess if I'd stomped around a bit, I maybe would have noticed, but I did not. Although I swear last time I was here, it was telling me... Maybe I stomped once and the light at the top... Oh, what would have happened is I would have come into here, and because the lights are off at the start, I would have stomped. and the light at the top would have turned on, but I would have just seen that as one of the other lights, because whenever I stomp at a temple, all the lights turn on. And then, but also the light on the right turned on, which is telling me the next thing to do is stomp to the right. But because I didn't associate that middle one appearing at the top with my having stomps in the middle, I had no reason to believe that meant I should stomp to the right. Maybe there had been a light in the middle that I didn't notice. I'm not sure. Like on this bottom row, because the bottom row of lights here is telling me where to stomp for the next one, I think. And then, so maybe when I first came in, there might have been a light at the bottom, and I just didn't notice it. I stomped, the lights turned on, and I had no association between those glowy spots and my position. Okay, cool, that's done anyway. Oh gosh, this is going to involve that room. Yeah, these puzzles are hard. Where should we go? Should we get to bridging the gap? I don't remember what I didn't get done there. I thought I did all of those. Apparently not. So it's actually the central door, not the bottom door. The bottom door is how you get to like a secret that's in this room. Well, not a secret, but some lore, I think. So it's over there, isn't it? Yes. Oops. Bridging the gap. Oh no, so I got all the gems in here. There's a door I'm missing. Is it just above me? It's totally just going to be above me, isn't it? If I can even make my way up this? I don't know if I can. It is interesting that this stuff is here though. Oh, maybe what I do is... Wait, I can't actually drop any more than that one at the beginning. Yeah, then I can't get any higher. Oh, except I can. So I can do... Oh. This. Is that useful? Possibly. Ah. Because now I can do that. And there's a door. Neat. Reuse, repair. That was the only door in that room, and there's at least one gem in here. Possibly another one over there. Can't quite see far enough. The gem is right next to me as well. In an enclosed space. But there is a laser. I have to push this box. There's a battery above me, but also not quite enclosed. Probably going to be pushing these boxes back in some way. Is there another gem over there? It looks like maybe not. Let's just go have a look. It's at the edge of the room. That's the edge of the room. Possibly. Yeah, I think so. So with a battery, when I get to the laser, that'll break that wall at the bottom. I'll be able to climb up to the gem. Okay, cool. So what's the issue? It's a good way to start solving a problem, is figure out what the problem is in the first place. Well, there's a problem. I have to get it past all of these, because I can't push it down past the scaffolding. Okay, that's okay, that block can go there. I probably should not stop pushing this yet, because there are not spaces I could climb over it. So I basically need to get all of these out of the way. Is the issue going to be that when I push them down, I won't be able to push them to the left? Except I can... What if I break that? Ooh. I can't really. was going to say, what if I break that scaffolding? But I have to push this out to get to it. Oh, I don't want to fall down there. So how do I do this? It's interesting that the scaffolding at the top, as though I might be able to climb above, but I don't think I can. Can't raise any boxes up. I can do this. Go set some of these up already. How do I want them set up? Maybe we do that and push you down. And then that's open. Cool. Oh, but how do I get back up now? Good question. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed that one down to that gap yet. That might be pretty key. So, let's do this. Oh, I don't know whether breaking that now is okay, but... Oh, I have to push that into that gap. I have to get the battery past it. Although I don't need to be pushing the battery yet, do I? Indeed. Okay, so we do this. We can push you one, but I'm not going to push you any further yet. We get down, we don't break that. Push this down as I did before, which was not like that. Like that. Get rid of you. Now we have a way up. We have two ways up. In fact, we can use the box as well. So maybe we should use the box. But the boxes are going to have to go that way, aren't they? No, the battery doesn't need to capacity boxes. Maybe these don't actually matter all too much. So we can go up now. Yes. And that's why that scaffolding's there, so I can push the battery off later and it'll land on the platform below. I still need to be able to get back up here, so I do need that block down there to be in a position I can push it. That's fine, it is. Cool. Push you down. Down and push it the rest of the way. Then that block can fill that space in. It's a classic puzzle where if you do the most obvious thing first that you think you have to do, it actually blocks you from the solution. I think we're done. It's a pretty cool puzzle, I liked it. Oh, we're not done. We are not done, but we're close enough. I think I can... No, I can't because I pushed that in that space. So once again, I've blocked my own solution here. I want this box to be on top of that tower on the left, so that I've got somewhere to stand to push the battery. That's a cool little trick. And then I use this one to climb up. Very clever. I think that's done now. I don't see any problems here. Be able to push along to the laser. And I can push it to the right. Yep, we're good. How do I get into that space at all? Is there a solution to that? Wait, this will all fall. Yeah, it'll be fine. The laser will break the stuff below, it will fall down, the battery will blow up, and I can go down. Drop. There we go. Yay! That was fun. Okay. Working its way down, I definitely did not do all the puzzles there. So let's go check it out. I remember thinking that maybe one of the puzzles required me to... Is there not a nice way to get through here? I vaguely remember this. Don't I have to push you there and then I drop the thing down? What was I going to say? I vaguely remember thinking that I had to come through that room, whatever the next room is called, working its way down, backwards, possibly? Wait, why did that break? Oh god, I must have stepped onto it. Okay. Off we go. I think I can just run past this one. Yes. Is it this door? Yep. So there's a door in here and there's gems. There's this gem. Like, what am I missing about this gem? I remember it. I just don't see how I do much at all. I have to knock that one down at the very least. But at this point, I'm struggling. There's nothing else I can do from up here. Stomp there, or here, or there, but none of those help. I have to stomp there to get the sand to go out of the way. The blocks must be part of it. Sorry, like the boxes. I guess everything's a block. I have to destroy two of them though. I cannot see how this could possibly work. Am I going to be standing in the middle column or the right column? So am I going to be to the left of the gem or below the gem? If I'm going to be to the left of the gem, I need 5 in that column. 5 blocks of some sort. It could be the 3 ash that are already there, plus I can only get one of those blocks, right? There's no choice about that. If I step on top of them, 2 of them will get destroyed, 3 of them will get destroyed. There's a purpose to this room that I don't understand. Was I correct before in thinking there's no way up that way? I remember trying to think, could I get back through? How would I climb up to that second level? I wouldn't be able to. There's no way back through this. Right? Right. Unless there's like a laser further on, this is going to destroy loads of stuff. Great. Don't leave anywhere near enough stuff to get anywhere close to that gem. To climb up there, I'd have to climb up. I have to get rid of at least that one. Wow. I feel like there's a trick I don't know for this puzzle. Why is this room here? Why destroy more than I need to? Wait, why do I even drop those? I can already walk up. But still. I'm miles away from the gem, and I can't get these without destroying them. There has to be something more to this. Is there a laser? Is there a laser further along that like breaks everything and I can come back and get that gem? That was wrong. Okay, that destroyed it. That gem's got already. There's a sticky block, but I think that's just to get me across that gem. And there's apparently a door in here I haven't seen. Where would that be? Let's think about that. Possibly up there. How would I climb? Well, I got to that gem before, I guess. That doesn't get me across to that. I'm thinking about that ash that's up there, like, right above me right now. Let's see how we climb across to that without a sticky block or something. There are some sticky blocks there, but I wouldn't be able to push them to that position. Oh, I wish I could undo the room. Like, it's quite frustrating. I guess I could try and do this one. I remember this being tricky. Oh yeah, there's the one in the middle. I remember that being tricky already. There's technically two other blocks I could use here. Not really, because I'm about to destroy one of them. There's one other block, but maybe that's useful. Then what? I think I actually have to climb on that to get any higher, don't I? I think I do. Wait, but I can't get higher. What am I doing? Oh, I can drop stuff. Yes. That's a thing that happens in this game. Okay. Let's undo back to the thingy. Let's drop that stuff in now. Oh, that was a bad idea. Push you, then drop. Okay, you're here. I would like to be able to climb past this X block. That does not help me achieve that. Can the sticky block stick between ash and steel? I guess it can. So is my task to get up there and be able to somehow make that ash below the sticky block fall, but not the other two bits of ash? Although I don't see how I could do that. How could I be next to that ash but not the other two? I have to lift myself up somehow, but there's nothing there. Like, even if I pushed blocks through that gem space, the block would just land in that corner and I wouldn't be able to push it along any further. These are the two. Oh, so that is a possibility. Okay. Is that I push 2 blocks through that gem wall above me to the left. And then I push the one off the top and I let it drop. I destroy the one that's in the corner. I keep pushing it along. Climb on top of it. I think then if I stomped, I would not make this bottom ash full. So the bottom one would, but it's on top of the bottom one. Sorry, the top one would become fully, but the bottom one would stay stable, so it wouldn't fall. Okay. I feel like I'm not doing enough with these boxes that are next to me though, like the ones to the left. In fact, I feel like I've already messed up. How did this work before? Did I have to get back round and then climb up that way? I can't climb up that way. Oh, that's bad. What am I missing? I was gonna say I could climb straight up, but I can't. Doesn't help to drop that now, because I can't push this any further. Why can I not remember how to do this first bit? Why can't I climb up here? Do I have to do something different here? I can't lift the X up. Can't avoid that breaking. So that necessarily falls there, right? But then what? Definitely feels like I'm solving this from scratch. I can't get rid of those. If I just go along and do something here already, if I can't reach anything. Except these ones, but that's bad. So I think that's bad. I also don't see how it helps me do anything. How did I do this puzzle? That's the only thing I can do with that, right? Push it down to the right. I want that X to go to the right so I can climb up on top of it. But once I do that, it's blocked. Am I completely forgetting something? Oh, I'm completely forgetting I can do that. Okay, hold on. Okay. Why don't I then... Can I do that earlier? Can't make you drop. Oh, I have to do that. Okay, I see. I could do this. Yeah, that's different. Because I think before I would have disrupted this stack, maybe? I'm not sure. Theory me, that took me a while to see again. I remember this being complicated. Oh gosh, they've dropped so far. Well, I have to stand on this. If I'm going to go anywhere, I'm going to have to stomp. But potentially I stomp while I'm on this, but it doesn't reach anything. Oh, it does that though, which is definitely bad. But it reaches one thing. So I have to do this. It doesn't feel great. I can make that drop. I need more stuff though. I need way more stuff. I can't do what I'm planning to do with just this. I can't even get the gem with just this. Can I? Maybe I can. I could, because of... what if I drop that one? Oops. Why did that one drop? I must have stomped unnecessarily. Okay, so I can get back to the gem. Great. Problem is, if I do this, they all fall. So what's the solution? I like my idea of standing up on a block so that I only hit that top ash block, but I don't have a block to stand on. It would be very tough to get one. It does, however, bother me though that those blocks were there and I haven't used them. But then maybe I push them along the bottom. Ooh, there's an idea. I see something. Let's do this. Let's go back to here-ish. Sure. And stomp those down. Push you that way. Somehow. So when that drops now, it will form a bridge, but now there's this gap. So I've just swapped one gap for another gap. It is interesting that we've got all these blocks. I can't get two through though because there's that brick in the way. Could I just make stairs from down here? I pushed you without moving. Pushed you without moving. I can't push you without moving. Okay. That's interesting. I think this might be it. I don't think I walk from that top bit. I think I walk from down here somehow. What if I... okay. Before we bring you at all, let's push you down. So when that drops, there will be... or how will I even make that drop? Too far away from it. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's do this. Make you drop. Like that. Okay, now I've got these boxes. I'm gonna have to destroy one of them in a second. Worse, I'm gonna have to push them down. Oops. That's fine. It's not that fine actually, is it? Sure, at least I've got two, but I don't see how it helps me. It's not going to help me. I think I need to do something with these three first. For some reason. I mean, maybe I just leave one there. Or, yeah, I see. Or somewhere at least. Maybe there? It is weird how pushing some blocks allows you to stay in place, but others doesn't. Push that, then do that. That's a clever little trick. Oh, let's not break that. Oh, I can't push this on there anymore. Can I ever push that on there? What do I want to do here? Maybe I do want that. Okay, let's do it again. Maybe I want this block to be in that middle column. That's my current theory. Look at that. I don't know why. It feels a bit better than what I just had. Push, step back, drop. And I can drop those, I can do this. I mean, actually, yes, I'm done. Wait, that other block has nothing to do with it? What's that other sticky block for? I'm presuming I've found a different solution than what's intended. I guess? Or maybe it's a red herring? I don't know. There's still a door in here. However, it might be right back at the beginning. So, let's just keep going this way. But hey, I got that done. Woohoo.